You are watching MDN Teleradio. The views and opinions in this video are those of the anchor, the program host, and its guests. Do not necessarily reflect the views of MDN Teleradio. Furthermore, the assumptions, views, opinions, and insinuations made by the administrators through the programs and the comments do not reflect of the management of MDN Teleradio, Mindanao Daily News, and the page itself. Bet na Bet talks about pet love, pet care, and anything about pets with our friendly vets. Every Saturdays, join me, Kuya John D. and Kuya Aji. Ano ang bet mong pet? Sama-sama tayong manood sa MDN Teleradio. Bet na Bet! Nagbabalik po ang Bet na Pet. Kuya Aji, we have our guest ready now. Ako lang, abi na kong foreigner, no? Nakita na ako. Foreign speaking di ay. Pero,
It is actually a foreigner, Kuya John.
Mao ba? Yes. You have the time now to introduce our guest.
Okay. Our guest, Kuya John, no, he's a Canadian citizen. Okay. Kuan po ni, he is also the founder of kaning kato akong giingon na grupo kaganiya. The group that I mentioned, Dope Duig.
Dope Duig.
Okay. He is already married, already taken. So kanang sa mga ladies, is already taken.
So bistuhon na ini mo.
This note, and he is a pet, a dog lover since birth. Okay?
Since birth. Wow.
Since birth, oh. So he has vast experience in caring for pets, but he's not really a professional.
Yeah.
So he's just passionate for pets.
Yes.
Okay? So without further ado, I'd like to introduce DOMINIC Paredes.
DOMINIC Paredes. Sir, good morning to you.
Good morning, Can you hear us?
Good morning, Queen John B. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
A little bit of echo, but we can hear you. And we are live, and of course, we can be seen worldwide. It's nice to have you in our program, Sir Dom. So, being a Paredes, you are a Canadian citizen, but do you have Filipino blood?
Sure, yes, sir.
Okay, now we can hear you. Yeah. DOMINIC Martinez Paredes. Your family name sounds Filipino, a little bit Mexican. But can you understand a little bit of Bisaya?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay, go ahead, Aji, and talk with our good-looking guest. Can we call him Dom, like Dom of Fast and the Furious?
Dominic Toretto. Yeah. Your nickname is Dom, right? Dom. Oh, Dom. So, Dom, when did you start?
Yes.
When did you start this group, Dope Duig?
Well, fortunately, we actually started this group. If I still remember, it was way back in before the actual, COVID.
Okay. So it's just this year.
It was just this year. Yes, it was just this year.
Oh, okay. So far, Dom, how many members have you have here in Cagayan de Oro? And you mentioned to me you also have members in Igpit, right? So all in all, right now, how many members do you have?
Yes, we do. Right now, all in all, we have 30 members right now.
30. Oh,
Wow.
That's a good number already. But in your club, Dom, do you usually just allow specific type of breeds, or it can be any type of breed?
Oh, it's pretty much any type of breed. You know what I mean? It's when we're talking about dogs, it doesn't really matter what breed it is, right? Everybody's welcome, whatever part of Cagayan you are, as long as you want to join, and just spend the time having to walk your dogs and whatnot, you're always welcome.
Oh, okay, okay, that's nice. So basically, what you're doing is the group. You do have a regular schedule for walking your pets, right?
Unfortunately, we did have a regular schedule, but at the point when the pandemic started, everybody kind of went lay low just because, families and whatnot, right? We wouldn't want to be walking out there and getting all the virus. So right now, we pretty much just do it like twice a month,
Twice a
four
month.
times a month, pretty
Mhm.
much like that. So pretty much every weekend, yeah.
So let me ask Dom a question. Dom, how many dogs do you
Sure,
have?
sure.
How many dogs do you have?
Right now, I have three dogs. I have two Belgian Malinois and one Japanese Spitz.
Mm-hmm. And how old are they?
Yeah, those are. For my Belgian Malinois, for the male, he's about 2 years old now,
Mm-hmm.
and for the female, she's about 1 year and 4 months, 5 months, if
Mhm.
I'm not mistaken. And for my Japanese Spitz, female, she's about 7 years old.
Wow. So the eldest would be the Japanese Spitz. So how do you take
Yes,
care
sir.
of your pets, and how? Or is there anything different in how you treat the two specific breeds or the three dogs that you have?
There's definitely a different way of taking care of different breeds. Just for an example, having Japanese Spitz compared to a Belgian Malinois, it's a bigger breed, so it always needs to be walked daily. It's a breed where it needs to have a huge space for it to run, for it to release its stress, because you can't just keep a dog in a cage and just have it roam around 24/7. You're going to have to walk your dog. That's being a responsible owner. That's how you should do with having a dog. You can't just have your dog be in a cage and eat and sleep every day. That's how the
Yeah.
dogs start becoming aggressive. Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they become
And
obese.
but
Yes, go.
comparing it to a Japanese Spitz, it's a little bit different. It's a smaller breed, so it's fine for it to just be in the house. She's freely in the house anyways. We have it's not a big area, but it's quite enough for her to just run around and just do whatever she wants to do. So yeah, it's totally different. You need more attention on Belgian Malinois breeds because their tribe is different.
Yes, and that's good to know. And then, how are you adjusting to the climate here in the Philippines compared to Canada? Did you bring your dogs from?
I'm really hot right now. It's really hot.
So did you bring the dogs from Canada, or did you buy them here?
No, those dogs are originally my mom's dog. The Spitz, she gave it to me when I was here back in 2013 on my last birthday.
Oh,
She actually drove it from Iligan to here, riding a bus, and she's really until this day telling me that. I should appreciate that. And the Belgian Malinois, the male, that's actually originally the son of my own Belgian Malinois before.
oh,
So it's technically so it's really not mine. It was brought up by my mom and the people we live in here with, helping us out with the dogs. So it's originally not my dog. I met them when they're already adults, and my other female dog was given to me by a good friend of mine, Mr. Ro Jane from in the Hague.
oh,
He has a kennel, and that's where So he just wanted to give it to me because he couldn't really take care of it.
oh.
And he knew the type of breed needs much attention, and he has like probably 12 Belgian Malinois in his kennel. So
That's good to know.
Okay, okay.
For you to come up with a club with 30 members with dogs with different breeds, how did you come up with the name Dope Dwig?
Well, let me start off first and foremost thanking my neighbors here. A good friend of mine named Ron Sorrento. I believe he's watching right now. And a friend of mine too, Gene Mercado. It pretty much just started between me and Ron. We've known each other for a real long time. We just, I don't know, for some day, we just thought about walking our dogs, right? And we just did that every day from the whole entire week. And, you know, we kind of came up with a thinking, why don't we start our own group? Why don't we invite people, you know, we have a lot of neighbors here who owns dogs. Why don't we try to, you know, kind of let them know that your dogs are just not for the house. It needs to walk too. So it all started there. As when we do our pack walks, we meet people with their dogs outside. We talk to them. We invite them to our group, and until it got bigger.
Okay.
You know, words get passed on, and here we are now.
Wow. I know you have photos of your club members, which will now be flashed on screen so the televiewers can see. I'm just curious, do you also have female members or dog owners part of your club, Dope Dwig?
Unfortunately, we not really. I couldn't say they're members because pretty much if we would have female members, it would be the wives of our male members.
Wow.
So we can't really consider them being an individual female member. So you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're wives, so no, no female, no single female there.
Oh.
No,
It's like you're looking for a single.
No,
Yeah, John.
no, they're all taken. As you can see, we are now watching some of the photos of their members. Well, it's usually big dogs that you have here.
Yeah. That's what big ones.
You usually big dogs. So, are there any small breeds who are also members of Dope Dwig? Sir Dom?
We do. We do have smaller breeds. I don't really consider our breeds big dogs because technically, you know, German Shepherds, Belgian Malinois, they're really falling into the category of medium-sized breeds.
Medium.
But for small-sized breeds, we do have members like Ron Sorrento. He has a terrier. Me, I have a Spitz, smaller breed. Who else? We have other members that walk with us who have smaller breeds, but not all the time. But yeah, we do have some smaller breeds. We don't discriminate. Whatever breed you have, maybe small and maybe big, as long as we're in a pack. You know, that's why we call ourselves pack leaders. You know,
Wow.
we walk the pack and give what our dogs need. You know.
Well, so Dom is the alpha, definitely.
I have a question to Dom, Kuya John.
No, not really. It's not.
Okay. Dom, my question is, so you're walking in a pack, like for example, maybe 15 or 20 of you are walking with different types of dogs, different types of attitudes. What are the challenges that you have during those types of activities, like walking? Do they fight? How do you handle those type of issues?
Okay, now when it comes to that, issues are cars. You know, we can't really claim the road when we walk our dogs because it's a road, so it's really for cars to pass by and whatnot. So those are the major issues and major scenarios we have to deal with walking the dogs in the streets. Second would be street dogs. You know, I don't really know how to say or who to blame for the street dogs because obviously some of these dogs have owners as well. And those are other issues when street dogs come after our dogs. You know, we wouldn't want to harm those street dogs, we wouldn't want to harm our dog at the same time. So those are the other issues we deal with. But fortunately, we've never really had an experience yet with any dogs biting our dogs. And from the questions that you were asking me about as a pack in our group when we walk our dogs, if our dogs fight and whatnot, well, no, they do have the alpha instinct, of course, but then obviously as a experienced handler, as a dog owner, you're gonna have to be able to control your dog. You can't just be like walking your dog, hey, let's walk. You're gonna have to know what your dog's attitude is, what your dog's body language is, and whatnot. So pretty much all our members are all disciplined and responsible. So far, no fights yet from between any of our dogs. So yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I think I would want to be a member of that group since I'm just here in Regency. Yeah. Would I be welcomed in your group?
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Dom.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
so
much.
Loki wants
And
to.
one more thing.
Yep.
One more thing I want to put out too, though, is like the other issues and concerns I have is like me seeing dogs, like what I said earlier. This probably would be the third time repeating it. Dogs being tied and go inside the house. I don't really see a point of dogs being tied up when your dog is inside the house. Some owners would say, "Oh, because they're too messy, they run around this and that, they break this." Well, you chose to have a dog, so you should be prepared for the consequences, right? And dogs not being walked, just being inside the cages or inside the house. And sometimes I do see dogs being tied out outside the house and not knowing that the sun is actually, shining upon them, and
Wow.
just don't know what kind of damage that could, affect a dog, right?
Yeah.
That's sad. We always see that here in the Philippines. But I think most dog owners are getting educated as time goes by. But still, we see some on the streets, not just stray dogs. They do have owners, but it's just that the owners lack the care that the dog should be getting. Like I'm really sad when I see. Dom is right. We see dogs under the heat of the sun, no proper shelter. They're just tied on like a post or something.
Yeah.
They're just treated worse than a security
That's exactly
guard.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worse than a security guard. And there's no water, and you can see that they're thirsty or what. That's really sad. So we could make an advocacy with that, Kuya Aji, together with the dope duig.
Actually, what I really like about our conversation with Dom is he could really feel his advocacy about care for dogs or pets for that matter. Because as mentioned in one of our during an interview with one of our guests, having a pet or a dog is a responsibility.
Entails responsibilities.
So if you're not up to that challenge, better not get a dog if you don't really would want to take that responsibility.
Yes, I do agree with that, and we'd like to extend morning greetings to Sir Ron Torrente, who says, "Bro, turn the AC on." Because Dom is sweating, so he has to turn on the AC.
It's really
It's really hot. I couldn't be in the room because my son was there. He's gonna be all over the interview right if I do inside the room.
Okay. Anyway, with that, Kuya Aji, we have approximately 5 minutes more before our program ends. Sir Dom, what is your message to all the pet owners who are watching right now with our program Bet na Pet as we talk about pets, and probably aside from the message, what tips do you suggest in order to extend the best possible care to our beloved pets?
Well, first and foremost, before me reaching out to them, I would just like to say thank you so much for MDN Mindanao Daily News for having me here. Thank you so much to Kuya John D. Kuya Aji, thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for featuring our group, Dope Twig, which is dog owners, pet enthusiasts, dog walkers, including group. Thank you so much for having us here. And as the tips and positive thoughts that I could probably share to the other pet lovers there, the dog owners, is just be responsible. Have the time to walk your dog, even at least 10, 20 minutes. It wouldn't be much of your time. A lot of people say they have no time. Trust me, you can make a time if you want to make a time. And as for me, as a father, I even do feel that it feels like I have more time spending with my dogs than my son. So, you know what I mean? Things like that. It's pretty much all of, yeah, I know. I would love to walk with my son with my dogs, but unfortunately, this pandemic, I wouldn't want my son walking outside, right? So, yeah, be responsible. If you know you can't take care of a dog, you can't handle a dog, then not yet. It's not something you wanna show off. It's not something for what do you call this, for display. It's not a thing that you want to just brag about. It's a living thing. Mm-hmm. It's an animal, and they need love too. They need attention. So that's about it. And please, no matter what it is, do not stand for smack or shout at your dog. Oh, that's the most worst thing that you could do to your dog. No matter what a dog does to you, just don't do it, because it's their nature. If they bite, so you really can't blame them.
Okay.
Well taken. Anyway, Dom, I hope when the pandemic is over, you'll have time to show us your dogs or your pets, the three of them. And of course, Kuya Aji, thank you so much for inviting Dom to be on our show today.
Sure. Our pleasure.
And Kuya Aji, your parting words. It's 59 minutes after 11 o'clock. And of course, you are, I think now, to be a member of that very proud Dwig.
A member.
Yes.
Do I need to sign a registration form? No? Huh? No, anyway.
No.
You know what? We're just few houses away, Kuya John.
Mm.
Dom and our house is just few houses away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, to the fur moms and fur dads out there, you have heard Dom, no? And we have invited, as promised in the last episode, we will bring here someone who can somehow give life or give interest to the show. Okay, Dom is really passionate about dogs, and we could really feel it. No, so if you're a pet owner, be responsible. No, if you don't want to take that responsibility, don't get a pet. So that's my words, Kuya John.
Very easy. All right, thank you so much, Dom, and to the rest and all the members of Dope Dwig. I hope to share this episode. So one of the, big man, big hearts, this kind-hearted gentleman. Thank you for your time, Sir Dom, and thank you for sharing the photos. And of course, we hope that more dog clubs or other pet clubs get to be interviewed and guest on our show. Kuya Aji, daghang salamat ug magpadayon na kita sa atong sunod nga programa. It's exactly 12 o'clock in behalf of MDN Teleradio, MDN Mindanao Daily News, Business Week Mindanao and Cagayan Times. Daghang salamat, Kuya Aji. Daghang salamat kaayo, Dominic Martinez Paredes, for joining us. And until next Saturday, kanina lamang inyong Kuya John D nagaingon na daghang salamat, maayong buntag o have a blessed Saturday.
Thank you for watching MDN Teleradio. Like and share. Watch us anytime, anywhere.